Hello everyone and welcome to my CS24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. 90 Day Fiancé. Michael Ilesanmi's new house will never be filthy like Angela Deem's. He cares more than she does. Former 90 Day Fiancé. Happily ever after? Star Michael Ilesanmi's new upscale house proves he was never compatible with Angela Deem. The Nigerian man was in his 20s when he first met his American wife on Facebook. Michael was drawn to Angela's motherly nature towards her grandchildren and decided to pursue her romantically. In 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 2, Michael invited Angela to Nigeria to meet him. After spending a few weeks together, he proposed to her. However, Angela didn't feel comfortable living in Nigeria and asked Michael to move to the United States after marriage. Michael and Angela got married in Nigeria in January 2020. Angela returned to the United States to apply for Michael's spousal visa. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the visa process was delayed, and the couple's marriage turned into a long-distance relationship with various challenges. Over time, Angela discovered proof that Michael had lied and cheated on her. Despite that, she brought him to the United States in December 2023. Michael, who was unhappy with Angela's untidy house, stayed with her for 3 months before leaving in February 2024, blaming Angela's abusive behavior as the reason for his departure. There are several reasons why Michael will continue to live in luxury, but his newfound taste for the finer things in life is the most obvious. Over the past few months, Michael has completely altered his fashion sense and style. He now wears fashionable outfits, branded caps, and gold jewelry. Additionally, he uses expensive products, stylish sunglasses, and frequents luxurious places. Michael is no longer the man he was in Nigeria, dressed in traditional African prints. The 90 Day Fiancé. Happily ever after? Season 8 Alum has achieved his American dream and found new interests. He knows a fancy home would allow him to impress his dates, and a stylish man cave would help him convince his romantic interests to spend more time with him or become intimate. Michael is a charismatic person who understands how to attract women. His previous cheating scandals suggest that he can successfully impress women over the phone. He likely aims to make every aspect of his life look appealing in order to attract better dates and younger women. Michael enjoys the contemporary and upbeat American lifestyle. Over the last 10 months, he has posted numerous photos of himself enjoying fancy places and restaurants and sharing videos of himself dancing in his living space. He values being part of his new family in the United States and enjoys going out, playing soccer on proper pitches, and visiting showrooms. Michael is in the United States to pursue the American dream, so it's highly unlikely that he would want to live in a manner similar to Angela in Hazelhurst. Rather, he's more drawn to city life and upscale apartments. Michael has had his fair share of bad experiences with Angela. When he first started living with her in Georgia, he grew tired of her messy home. Michael said, via 90 Day Fiancé, "Why everywhere is clothes? And where am I going to put my things?" sharing his frustrations with the camera crew. He implied that he didn't expect Angela's home to look that filthy. He added, "I've been in hotel many times with my wife, but I never realized it was this messy." Michael was fed up with Angela's living situation. He wouldn't want his own home to end up like hers. Unlike Angela, who doesn't care much about her quality of content or impressing her fans, Michael's goal is to become a likable social media influencer. He wants to make quality content for netizens, grow his social media following, and become more relevant. Michael wouldn't want to post low-quality content from an untidy room. Instead, he'd want to share impeccable videos and visually appealing posts on social media like other influencers such as Yara Zaya, Miona Bell, and Pedro Jimeno. Michael would continue to live a comfortable life in his luxurious home because of his financial situation. Unlike other foreigners who come to the United States and rely on their significant others, Michael traveled after making all the necessary arrangements. He had established connections in the United States and saved enough money to sustain himself independently. In August 2024, Michael organized a fundraiser and raised over $50,000. He also gained popularity on social media and launched his own Cameo account. As of now, Michael has enough money to sustain his lifestyle in his fancy home for the foreseeable future. The popular 90 Day Fiancé. Happily ever after? Couple has completely different personalities. Angela likes to party hard and be loud, often referring to herself as the queen without focusing on improving other aspects of her life, such as her living situation. In contrast, Michael is more passive and modest, preferring new experiences and luxury items, while also speaking positively and being kind to others. Angela's house reflects her chaotic personality and blunt nature, while Michael's home showcases his calm demeanor and lack of desire to show off and be the center of attention. Michael worked hard and endured many challenges to come to the United States. He left his old life behind to experience the luxuries that are only easily available in the United States, such as high-paying jobs, better opportunities, expensive cars, and new experiences. Michael left Nigeria to improve his lifestyle and standards. The 90-Day Fiancé. Happily ever after? Alam has no desire to live like Angela. When it comes to 90-Day Fiancé, fans know that storylines are not only built around relationships, but also around the environment in which these couples live. Homes, cars, and everyday living spaces become symbolic extensions of each cast member's values. Angela Deem's chaotic household has often raised eyebrows. But now that Michael Ilesanmi has finally made it to the United States and is establishing his independence, viewers are drawing stark contrasts between the two. His new home, fans predict, will be worlds away from the disorder Angela embraces, because Michael cares about cleanliness, stability, and presentation in ways she never has. The infamous Angela household. Over the years, Angela's house has been featured in countless 90-Day Fiancé scenes, often becoming the unintentional star of the show. Piles of laundry spilling over furniture, clutter stacked on counters, and chaotic energy filling every corner of her Georgia home created a visual that many fans could never unsee. While some defended her by saying she was simply real, others criticized her for living in conditions that seemed unkempt and at times overwhelming. Angela often claimed she was too busy to care about appearances, yet her home environment reflected the same explosive temperament she showed in her relationships. Loud, messy, and unpredictable, that was Angela. Viewers quickly realized her house wasn't just a backdrop, but an extension of who she was as a person. Now that Michael is free to build his life in the United States, he's making intentional choices to establish his independence and separate himself from Angela's shadow. His new house, according to sources close to production, is neat, organized, and thoughtfully arranged. Unlike Angela, who seemed to thrive in chaos, Michael thrives in order. This difference stems not only from personality, but also from cultural values. Growing up in Nigeria, Michael developed a deep respect for maintaining a home. Cleanliness was not just about appearances, it was about dignity, self-respect, and pride. For Michael, walking into a clutter-free, organized environment is a way of reminding himself that he is in control of his new chapter in life. Fans who followed Michael's journey aren't surprised by this. Even in previous seasons, when Angela yelled and demanded attention, Michael presented himself calmly and with composure. He was rarely disheveled, and his living environment in Nigeria appeared far more organized than Angela's Georgia residence. Symbolism of a clean house. A clean house isn't just about dusting, mopping, or folding laundry, it's symbolic. Michael's effort to maintain his home is symbolic of his effort to maintain his life, health, and future in America. After years of feeling controlled, manipulated, and overshadowed by Angela, he's reclaiming his sense of autonomy. Angela's mess symbolized neglect, not just of her home, but of her relationships. When she screamed at Michael, tore into her family members, or broke things in fits of rage, her environment mirrored that same neglect of peace and care. By contrast, Michael's tidy home reflects care, stability, and balance. In many ways, his house is a silent message to Angela and to the world. He values himself and his future enough to create a foundation that feels safe, respectful, and functional. Fan reactions. Fans of 90-Day Fiancé have already begun comparing Michael's new life to Angela's old habits. Social media commentary highlights the contrast. Michael's house looks like a place you'd actually want to sit down and relax. Angela's? I'd be afraid to put my drink on the counter. Angela always acted like she was too busy for cleaning, but Michael is showing that taking pride in your space is also taking pride in yourself. He looks so happy, and his house reflects that happiness. The conversations reveal how invested viewers are in seeing Michael step out of Angela's shadow. They're not just rooting for his relationship status. They're rooting for his overall well-being, which is visibly reflected in his environment. The gendered double standard. Interestingly, Angela often dismissed criticisms about her home by pointing out that she was a busy grandmother, taking care of kids, family, and her demanding relationship with Michael. But fans have pointed out the double standard. While Angela used chaos as an excuse, Michael, who is also working hard to establish himself in America, manages to prioritize cleanliness and order. This is not about one person being busier than the other. It's about priorities. Angela's focus has always been on drama, attention, and conflict, while Michael's focus has shifted toward peace, health, and progress. The difference is telling, and fans have taken note. A safe haven. Perhaps the most important aspect of Michael's new house is that it represents safety. After years of enduring Angela's explosive outbursts and unpredictable moods, his new environment is one where he finally feels in control. Every neatly placed item, every clean surface, every intentional decoration tells the story of a man who is creating a sanctuary for himself. This safe haven isn't just about Michael living alone. It's about him building a space where he can invite others without shame or judgment. He can welcome friends, family, or even future partners into an environment that reflects who he truly is. Unlike Angela's house, which always carried an undertone of tension, Michael's house invites peace. A message to Angela. In many ways, Michael's spotless new environment is a message to Angela, even if he never says it outright. It's proof that he's capable of thriving without her, that he doesn't need to live in chaos, and that he is far more invested in his future than she ever was in hers. Angela often painted Michael as the dependent one, the one clinging to her for opportunity. But the truth is becoming increasingly clear. Michael has the discipline and vision to build something stable, while Angela clings to drama and destruction. Looking ahead, as Michael settles into his new home, fans are eager to see what comes next. Will he begin dating again, now that he has a stable environment to bring someone into? Will he showcase his house more on social media as a symbol of his independence? Or will TLC cameras capture the contrast between his peaceful haven and Angela's chaos for dramatic effect? Whatever happens, one thing is certain. Michael Ilesanmi's new house will never mirror Angela Deem's. He cares more about presentation, about cleanliness, and about the message it sends. His home is not just four walls and a roof. It's his declaration of freedom, stability, and self-respect.